Hello everybody. One moment here. What's up everybody in the crypto campus? How are y'all doing tonight? I don't know why the Kumbaya song is playing right now. I apologize. That was pretty interesting. Let me pop up the browser here. We're going to get started right now. We've got 31 people from the crypto campus here. We're going to go over some charts. We're going to chat for a little bit, cover the market. Hope everyone had a good Monday. It's been a fantastic Monday for Vertcoin. We saw everything that we expected to happen so far. And I think it's just getting started, so it's getting spicy-licious up in here. Gotta keep the spiciness. Let me pull this browser in here real quick. We're gonna go over, I know you guys have been asking about GRLS or GRS or whatever, Grossel coin, and also someone asked me about Nav coin. So we're gonna go over those two puppies, and then we'll go over the rest of the altcoins. We'll go over Vertcoin, and then we'll go over, Bitcoin and whatnot. But if you have questions, please let me know in the chat box. Please give me a shout if there's something I should know or something like that that you'd like to bring to my attention that I could look into. I'd be happy to do that. So, sorry if I had a little bit of an absence in the group today. I was a little busy today getting some work done. Not really much to, talk about in the group today. Everything's going as planned with our calls and everything, and everyone's relatively happy with what Vertcoin is doing, which I'm ecstatic. So let's jump over to the good stuff here. Let me pop this browser in. Dun dun dun. All right, right here. Perfect. Yeah, someone's asking about KMD. I know people have been asking about KMD coin. People have been asking about, those are the two tops, like KMD, ADX, Grossel coin. I don't even know how you pronounce that. GRS. I think it is. What was the last one? AMD, ADX, GRS, Nav coin. We're going to go over Vertcoin first, because I know that's what most people are hyped up on. So we'll allow that spiciness to get in here. Now we're going to go over, we already did our comparative analysis on Vertcoin. I hope every single one of you watched that live stream. If you didn't, then you should, because that's why you're here. But let's go over to the 4 hour for, actually let's stay on the 1 day real quick. You can see the RSI is overbought on the 1 day. Not that at the current moment in the current standing with Vertcoin, for it to be overbought, it's not necessarily, a bad thing. I'm really focused on the stock here. This is a big deal. You have the stock that has brought down here, with Vertcoin basically bullish consolidation on Vertcoin, and I'm expecting it to move up here relatively soon. But this is awesome to see on the stock on the 1 day. When we saw the last run to the all-time high, that was this little spike right here in the stock. And then we're moving to the downside without, actually moving down when it comes to volume and price, which is fantastic. I was getting a little bit concerned, not concerned, that's not the word to use, but, everything's going as planned, and, as the stock was going down, I was kind of curious to see whether or not we were going to see the price go down with it, and that exactly did not happen over this period of time. Fantastic. We can go ahead and exit out of the MACD here because it's irrelevant. But yeah, the 1 day is looking fantastic, and I'm expecting the RSI to move back to the upside soon. So let's go to the 4 hour. This is the Vertcoin to dollar pair, not the Vertcoin to Bitcoin pair. So this is pretty awesome to see, guys. You can see here that from the last live stream, the analysis that we made with Vertcoin, everything has panned out precisely. Obviously, we saw a little bit of upside here. Didn't perfectly hit this level and start going down, but it literally precisely did. And it bounced off of this red top fib channel right here that I told you guys I was expecting to see a double bottom and then a jump to the upside. This is fantastic. This is absolutely awesome to see. No bearishness at all. And I'm still expecting, this is where we're going to see that run. I think that we're going to see a run up to like maybe 750, the all-time high on the weekly. where the wick, if you scroll out here, if you go back, way back, the all-time high wick ends at around 750, but on the weekly, the body ends below that. So I'm expecting us to hit these levels here, 750, whatever, and then we'll see a little bit of a pullback, nothing too intense, nothing at large, and then I'm expecting that continuous run to these higher numbers, up to, I believe it's around almost $15. That's my target. So, I'm sticking with that target. Obviously we're going to be updating you guys if things change, if the target expands. I'll definitely give you guys a notification on that. But everything's working as planned, and I'm expecting to see another Gartley up at the 750 level. Maybe a little bit of a pullback, kind of what we saw right here. But not even lining up with that. When we hit 750, it's not going to be this extensive of a pullback, I don't think. And it's kind of nice to see that we actually moved higher than my target to see that pullback correction before the run up. It's kind of good to see that we went above my expectations percentage based. You can see the wick ended all the way up here at $5.52. So that actually gives more leverage to the upside on where we can place our targets. We'll do that in the future. Now here's another thing to look at. You can see here the RSI is not overbought. We are still, precisely in an uptrend. We have a higher low on the RSI starting from here, but we're still very bullish on the RSI. A lot of upside, continuous volume. And the stock here bumped from the low side here and moving back to the upside. I'm expecting the stock, once it moves back up to here, we should be already have approached $7.50, roughly. So that's my analysis for Vertcoin. Nothing has changed. Everything is literally exact. So I think it's, I'm personally, treating it as a trip to the beach, because I'm not concerned at all. I think everything's looking pretty fantastic. So we're going to get on to some other coins. Look at what Bitcoin's doing. I think Bitcoin's still doing the exact same things. We went over that in a public hedge family live stream, crypto hedge live stream. So we went over Bitcoin, still looking exactly as expected. I'm going to delete that real quick. I think that we're going to continue to follow this rising wedge. You can see here, the head and shoulders is invalidated, still invalidated. We have some bullish consolidation here. I'm expecting some upside, relatively this week. I think we'll see some upside this week with Bitcoin, hopefully breaking out of this price channel again, and maybe that'll launch us to $7,000. And when we see this launch, I think Vertcoin is going to run with Bitcoin. So hopefully we can see that. We could see a bounce off of the bottom of this rising wedge and then a move to the upside, but I think that we're seeing a little bit of bullish consolidation here after we hit the top of this price channel. You can see the wick ended before that from 6,200, which was a level we needed to break out, which we didn't on the 4-hour. Still expecting that to happen, especially since the invalidation of the head and shoulders. So following that closely, everything looks pretty nice. I think that the stock here, let's make the stock bigger. So I think that the stock here, you can see the stock on the 4-hour is starting to diverge back to the upside, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen from this bullish consolidation, a breakout of that channel. So the stock looks, very telling. RSI looks fantastic. Still some, nice upward movement here. And we can also bring that back to this point also on the 4-hour. So once we, I still am sticking with my goals, my target, 7,500 or 8,000 as being the top. Like I said, we could hit 10,000 as the top, but I don't think we're going above that. We'll see what happens. Anything can happen in crypto, but we're not at those points yet to where we need to start calling tops. What else are we going to look at here? Let's go to BTC, BTC. BTC, BTC is a little bit different here. You can see that the 4-hour candlestick here ended below that green line. And see, the thing is, I've been following the VTC USD pair rather than the VTC BTC pair. I think if Vertcoin, does make what I expect to happen on the VTC USD pair, inevitably the BTC pair will go up, because I don't think that Bitcoin is going to shoot up to $20,000. So I think, Vertcoin's bullish on the BTC pair. but I'm following the USD pair, so I kind of had to catch myself there on the live stream yesterday on my stops, because I was like saying, oh my gosh, I'm going to sell off if we fall through this green line, which wasn't true because I'm following the USD pair. But if we were to, thankfully I caught myself really quickly, the lowest point that we would have fallen through would be this orange line here with the finishing of an ABC correction. We didn't even hit that, and we just moved to the upside, which is fantastic. So no stop losses getting hit from this level. This would be the level at 66,000 Satoshis where your stop losses should be set. Personally, you guys can choose if you would like to put it there as well, but that's the level that I was pointing to personally. So you can see we have some upside here. This is the 4-hour. Stock's moving up. RSI is still bullish. A little bit of a divergence to the downside, but it's going to catch ground and I think move to the upside. The 1-day chart right here, let's go to daily. You can see on the daily, we have the candlestick here that ended at the bottom of the wick here on the previous day, and then we have the second day that has finished below the finishing body of the red candle, but it hit the top of that candlestick right there, and we have some exuberance that we saw on the previous day. You can see that the red candle here is starting to move down. I don't think that it's going to continue to go down. Now it could go down and relatively double bottom here with a longer wick and a shorter body, but I'm expecting this to actually move to the upside. We're just seeing a little bit of bullish consolidation on the daily. So you'll see this red candlestick, it has just started. This is for the 31st. Happy Halloween, by the way. Actually, it's not the Halloween yet. It's the 30th. Wow. I'm stupid. Okay, but this is the 30th, so this is the 30th candlestick leading into the 31st. So not Halloween yet, but I think this will move up to the upside. If not, like I said, you'll see the other alternative that I just explained to you guys. So happy Halloween. All right, moving on to the next coin. We're going to go over to LTC USD. Precisely somehow, and hold on, looks like two butterflies recently on CH's graph. Alright, so USD, Litecoin, still looking spicy-licious. Oh, it's so spicy. Alright, so you can see the stock moving to the upside. Fantastic. This, I'm still following my same forecast I put on the Crypto Hedge live stream, the public live stream that we did yesterday. So I'm expecting the RSI to move to the upside. Now, if you look here on the 4-hour, we broke out of that descending channel, descending wedge, and we are moving to the upside here. So you can see there's a little bit of green on that candlestick. I think we're going to continue to move to the upside. If anything, the two options even talked about in the live stream, we could double bottom off of 54.22, which is a pretty large support from that higher low, or we could bounce off the bottom of this price channel, which is pretty precise. So if we fall through this price channel pretty hard, we're going down, and we could see a bounce at these lower levels, like $47 or $45. I don't think that's going to happen now. I think we're going to keep moving up. I think there's a lot of things in the stores for Litecoin in the future. I think I'm going to put a lot of my Vertcoin into Litecoin after we've reached that relative top. But I'm really more focused on swinging my Vertcoin once we hit that top, because the thing is, it's moved up so fast. Vertcoin has moved up so fast, we're going to see a pretty heavy crash or hard hit. And when that hit happens, you'll sure as hell know, but that's not happening yet. So I think we're going to see just an insane exuberance like we talked about. Heavy volume, heavy price action, and then a pretty intensive ABC correction after that wave, but nothing too insane. I do expect us to move even higher after that. So this is just a relatively swinging position where those green lines lead us to on those high levels. So that being said, let's go over to LTC BTC. I'm going to show you guys where I think it's going to bounce off of. Yeah, we're still falling here at the ABC. So if you look at this, we didn't even go over this. I'm going to take this crappy head and shoulders out. If you look at this yellow line, this is literally the downtrend line, where we have the 3 touches to that downtrend, and we're still moving down. I think that we're going to see a bounce precisely at this level for the LTC BTC. 848 Satoshis. I think that's where we're going to see a bounce for Litecoin. We already have the 3 positional touches, and then we have the downtrend leading us to the C level of this ABC correction. And I think we're going to break out of this descending channel right around here. So if we map this out, I think we're going to see something like this. And we could pull out a fib, and but I'm not going to do that right now. We can do that in the future. But that's what I'm thinking is going to happen now. We could, just have some consolidation where we are now and break out. I already have my positions with Litecoin. I'm not too worried about the LTC, BTC. I just expect it to move to the upside relatively soon. So that's what I think of that. You have the stock in the central area here, and then the RSI is still bullish. If we make sure we can fix this real quick. Let me fix this. And you can see the RSI is still bullish. Very, nearing and settling in the oversold area. So I'm expecting, pretty heavy push to the upside for the LTC-BTC pair. So with that being said, I think it's going to be pretty spicy soon. So I have my Litecoin. A lot of these alts you got stopped out on. So I mean, I think Lisk was one that people got stopped out on. Lisk is at 78.7. You should have been stopped out at 80,000 Satoshis. We never broke out here, so I don't know why people... Well, actually, we did a little bit here. We kind of fell out of the breakout of this descending channel. Never actually broke out heavily to the upside. Now, if you see this green line here, this was the confirmation area for you to be getting in on the position. Just because we break out, you still risk, if we break out this descending channel, we still risk it not going up and continuing to move down. And that's clearly what we saw here. So this green line identifies as a level that we should have had a finishing candle body for us to move to the upside. Okay? So we never passed through that. I see on the 4-hour here, we had a candle body that moved above there, but it didn't finish above there, and we're still moving to the downside, which is unfortunate, but with Bitcoin's action as of lately, that's going to be more or less expected. And you can actually draw this out right here. Perfectly touches the wick of that candle. We have that downtrend here. So I'm waiting for this one to go down to here and move to the upside. I guess it could act as an ABC correction. So let's pull out this. And then move to the downside. I think this would be more so up here. So I think that we'll finish up for Lisk. I think it's going to go down to 74,000 Satoshis. We already did that analysis as to going down to those areas. If you watched the previous live streams, you guys should know relatively... I know I keep using. I need to stop using the relative word. I need to stop using that word. I don't know how many times I use it, but we talked about all this in past live streams, so you should all really be on the same page if you guys are mapping this out on TradingView. Same with Stratus. No breakout. Still moved down. We went over it, so nobody should have been putting in positions for Stratus. I think some people got stopped out. No candle body on. Let's go to the 4-hour here. I don't know why we're looking at the daily. So if you look here, we had a failed breakout, and once again, we had this position here, this green line, which identifies as an area for a more or less confirmation breakout to the upside, but we never had that happen. So we kept moving down, and we're going to probably continue to move down a little bit here. Hopefully catch ground relatively soon. This coin is being held down by Bitcoin, just like the rest of the altcoins. Vertcoin really is the only one doing well at this specific moment. So we're going to go over, this is kind of the same thing for all of the coins. What else do we have here? Decred. What is Decred doing? So Decred is still, failure to break out. I think Decred's going to have a lot of price action soon. That's a long-term hodl right there. I think Decred's going to do really well when in the future, relatively soon actually, before the end of the year. So you can actually Uh, failed breakout. I don't like seeing failed breakouts. But the stock here, you can see there's some room for upside. RSI is still relatively bullish. I think we'll bounce here soon. I'm expecting a bounce from this level for Decred. Just looking at it in plain sight, I think that's a good area of support. So we might have found actually support right here, where we are now. Maybe seeing a double bottom and then a move to the outside, but I'd wait for confirmation. Really, the thing that we shouldn't be doing is focusing on the altcoins until Bitcoin has topped out once again. I know we can focus on the altcoins, but I think a lot of people got stopped out on some of these altcoins. My main focus right now is Vertcoin, Litecoin, and Bitcoin. Vertcoin's soon going to be, I think $1 billion cap coin with Litecoin soon, like a $1 billion cap coin. It's like 200 million right now. So Decred looks probably like the best relevant coin out of any other coin, altcoin. But let's go over some of these coins that you want me to look at that are doing well. GRS being one of them. I think is it GRS, Grossel coin. So Grossel coin has been doing well. Interesting coin. I don't even know the fundamentals of this coin, so I don't want to be giving you guys too much. I had a lot of work today, so I didn't get to do some research on some of these coins, which I will tomorrow or maybe tonight if I have some time. I'll be available all day tomorrow, for sure. For sure. So let's look at Grossel coin briefly. I'm gonna pull up the MACD for this one. I'll do research on the coin. I mean, I've seen a lot of these coins that are doing well over the past, but so you can see we had some crazy exuberance here. Crazy exuberance. That would identify as one wave for Grossel coin. Then we had that pullback, and now we're moving to the upside. If we look at this, it doesn't want to fall below that level here, as of right now on the 4-hour. We had a divergence on the MACD, stocks moving up, RSI is still not overbought. We could see what looks to be maybe, well, we already kind of saw a double bottom here, but we have some support at this level, but we also have resistance at this level. So if you pull this out, you can see we have some resistance here. It doesn't want to go past there, but I think it will actually go past there. I think Grossel coin surprisingly looks good. I might put this in the calls. We have a total spike in volume here. This is my first time looking at this coin, so bear with me. So we don't even have a that's not a bearish Gartley. See, what I'm hoping is not to see this have a lower high for Grossel coin. If it has a lower high, we'll be moving back down to the downside. Yeah. But if we can catch ground here, which looks to me like we have a flag formation, if we go out to the 1-hour, it's a shitty flag, excuse my language. Yeah, it's not even necessarily a flag, but I guess you can go the 4 hour and map this out. But it's a 2 hour. Maybe that'll be a little bit better, yeah. So we do have a little bit of a pennant here forming. But if we do break out, this is the level that I'm looking at. We don't even need to have this trend line here. I'm looking at this right here. If we break out of this yellow line to the upside, that would look pretty good. I'll put it in the calls channel if I do think that this coin looks good. I'm going to pop this out so that we can look at something. Holy moly. See, the thing is, I need to do research on this coin, look at the fundamentals, the technical aspects, and then I could actually give you guys a better round understanding of what this coin is. But, I mean, it does look pretty good. I'm not going to lie. It kind of looks like Vertcoin in a little bit, which is interesting. I need to do research on this, so I will definitely get you guys updated on this coin. We definitely could break out. I mean, the all-time high here. The all-time high here is right on the daily for the Bitcoin ratio. I should definitely spend some time analyzing this coin. Looks like there's a lot to analyze, so this might take me a few hours to analyze, but once I'm finished analyzing it, I can give you guys a good summary of what exactly is going to happen. But let me see here. Because that's all one wave. That's one wave. Interesting. We do have 2 points of resistance here, though. But we broke through that point. So I'll look at GRS. I'm going to do some more analyzing on it, and then I'll get back to you guys, maybe put it in the calls channel. Definitely a coin I'll look at. So it has potential, I suppose. I mean, it just has gotten more potential. Especially since it's a Segwit coin. But I'll do more analysis on GRS actually probably tonight, because if I want to get in on a position, I'd be getting in around these areas that it's in right now. Maybe a pullback. We could actually see a pullback here. But I'll get you guys updated on GRS. Alright, so ADX. Let's look at ADX. Also, ADX is another coin I don't know much about. The stock here is actually diverging to the upside on the daily. RSI is still bullish. Let's go to the 4 hour here. This is also another coin I need to analyze. I'm going to do research on ADX. That's the next thing I'm going to do here, is do research on ADX, GRS. because they all seem to be doing well. And KMD, I think, is another one. Trying to think of what I could do here. Definitely going to analyze ADX. I don't know too much about it, so I'm going to look at ADX. A lot of these coins, these are like altcoins that are playing out pretty well. But I'm not going to put a call out until I analyze it. Kind of like what I did with Vertcoin. This isn't going to take 5 minutes. So this is a coin I'll look at. We have some, bullish consolidation here. Just some complete consolidation. No upper movement. It's kind of staying within this channel right here. If you look at this, it's kind of just staying in between this channel. But we've seen that through the historical charts too. You have this massive surge and then some consolidation and then another surge. I mean, ADX could be in a position right now to really take off. It actually looks like it is in a position to take off. ADX. I'm going to analyze this one first before any of them. This coin could actually really take off here soon. No positions on ADX yet. Let me do research on it. It's 94 cents right now. Let's go to Navcoin. Alright, so Navcoin, I think we already analyzed it. Actually, it broke out here. We analyzed this in the last live stream. That's what all this nonsense is on the chart. Alrighty, so if we look here, we did break out. So that's actually pretty good there. We actually could be moving up and seeing another wave. Someone just dropped 10K on Vertcoin. Where is it? Did Vertcoin just go up? I mean, Vertcoin, it looks like a flag's forming. So if we break out of that yellow deep descending channel here, this can't even put my words together. This downtrend here, it's like a flag formation. If we break out of that, then you can bet yourself that we're going to be going up, plain and simple. So I would be putting that as a call if we do break out of this yellow line here, this trend line, when we move to the upside for Vertcoin. This is an example of the altcoin party. Is some of these coins that we're not even, that I'm thankfully going to take the time to look at right now. Because Vertcoin's been doing well, ADX has been doing well, Vertcoin, of course, has been doing well. But we want to get into these coins if there's opportunity. So, and then KMD. I know someone wanted me to look at KMD. Once again, I don't know too much about this coin. I'm going to do research on it for sure. Look at KMD is already running for its money. Absolutely insane. KMD looks fantastic. Wow. Total, you know, look at this. And I don't think it's going to stop. It's finding a little bit of resistance where it is. So I would wait for a pullback. But if we break through this level here, which exactly is where we're seeing some resistance, if we break through here, you can sure bet yourself that we're going to be going up to like $3.03 right here. So I'm watching that one very closely. Wow, I need to do some research here. Give you guys some updates. KMD does look very good. RSI looks fantastic. Stock looks good. Yeah, KMD looks good, guys. If we can break out of this area, and you should be doing this on TradingView too, this red line you've got here, if we can break out of there, we are, I think we're going to continue to the upside. But we just had, some crazy exuberance. So if we do break, I mean, this is on the 3-hour. Let's go to the 4-hour here. This is kind of intense. Little bit overbought here, which is why I'm expecting a little bit of a pullback from this red line we've got. So let's watch this one closely. I will get you guys really updated here shortly once I take the time here to do some analyzing. Because I'm not going to do it live simply because it just takes too much time. I'm not going to talk while I do it. But once I look at these coins, I'll get you guys updated. I've had a long day. So, I don't want to miss out on these coins. Nor do you guys. Vertcoin's at 83,000 Satoshis. Look at this wall, guys. Oh my gosh. So hold your britches. I'm going to do some analyzing on these 4 coins. Only these 4 coins for now. KMD, ADX, NIV, and GRS. And I'll get y'all updated real soon. Looks like it really wants to break through that red line. Look at that. It's just sitting at that red line. We do have support. We do have some resistance there. But yeah, that's basically everything. We went over the 3 coins that I've been focusing on mostly. And then Stratus, let's look at Syscoin real quick. Syscoin, once again. Look at that. This is back from the previous live stream. Still haven't broken out of that, I think we should go to the daily here. Look at this on the daily. This is a resistance area, this red line. That would have been the confirmation area to get in our position. And we had a failed breakout. We couldn't pass through this red resistance line here. And we fell back into the downtrend, descending channel here. You guys have the map out, so you guys should refer back to that previous live stream on where I do think Syscoin is going to go before it wakes up. Not looking good, in my opinion. I mean, the stock looks good. The RSI is still relatively bullish. A lot of volume. We could see some upside, but until we break out of this channel here and move to the upside, I think that we have quite a bit of resistance, and we only have 2 relative touches to the trend line, so moving to the downside. So I would hold off on Syscoin. I would hold off on really all the altcoins except for some of these other ones that I need to do research on and get you updated on. But the main focus I have right now is Vertcoin, Bitcoin, and Litecoin until I do some research on these other coins. And I'm not just going to do some technical analysis. I'm going to look at the fundamentals and what the heck these coins are. Although I've seen some of them quite a bit, but I just need to figure out what the heck they are. So if you guys have questions, throw them in the chat box so I can answer them, and then I'm going to be tuning out, and I'll probably update you guys later. I expect Vertcoin to start waking up around midnight Eastern Standard Time here. It's 11 p.m. where I am. I'm expecting it to start waking up at midnight. Thank you, James. I appreciate that. 20 Vert, awesome. I'm loving the Vertcoin. We had people that were bearish. How often does a call like your Vertcoin call come along? Was that a unicorn? Seems like quite a few indicators other than technical. I'm not sure what you mean, James. I've done, calls like that come around frequently. I mean, we could do a call on some of these other coins like KMD, ADX, NAV, and GRS once I look at them, and we can start putting out calls for those coins. But a call like Vertcoin was kind of like one of my calls on Litecoin. There will be more calls like that. They probably come around every month, a good call like that. Yeah, I need to cover XEL too. Elastic, that's one my friends are in right now. They think it's going to be a hype coin. I was pretty confident about what Vertcoin, James. I'm still very confident about it. XEL is wrecked. I don't have any XEL. I'm telling you, my bags of Vertcoin are really kind of extra large. And Litecoin and Bitcoin waiting for that top. The dev team broke up. The coin is dead. I'm going to write that down so I can do research on it. But alright guys, I'm going to be heading out here. I'll be active in the Slack channel. I'm going to do my due diligence on these coins before giving you my personal perspective on them. Hopefully we were able to go over some of this. Vertcoin's still looking good. That's really the main focus right now in Litecoin and also Bitcoin. But I'm going to get you guys in on these other coins if there's opportunity. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Always look forward to bigger and better things. I'm going to do what I need to do here. I hope you guys take care. Have a good night, guys.